Hello, everybody. This is Leone. I've come to do your weekend guidance. I hope you're good and well. So, this is the 20th through to the 22nd of June 2025. I'm using the Dark Mansion Tarot, and I will also pull you some of my very own flower guidance cards at the end to give you that final message. Um, so yeah, I was literally shuffling and we had the Five of Cups come out. So, this shows me that um, there's It's just this imbalance in emotions at the moment. Somebody's feeling quite hopeless or helpless in some kind of way, maybe crying over spilled milk as well, over things that you can't control. So just watch out for this energy. It can be you directly or it can be around you in some kind of way. But it does show me, look, there is a positive out of every situation, no matter what you're going through. There is a positive that's going to come out of this, and there is support there somewhere along the line as well. So just be open to all the changes that are coming in around you. Just trust the process, trust the journey. Um, I just feel like don't keep yourselves at home this weekend. Don't just sit there and wallow in your own whatever. Just try and get yourself out and about this weekend. Try and focus on something positive. Focus on what you do have rather than what you don't have there as well. And then we've got the moon card coming out as well. So it talks about facing fears. It can indicate the need to face facts here in some kind of way as well. This sounds kind of harsh, if I'm honest. But I also feel like you've got nothing to worry about. But you're worrying about everything and everyone, but I kind of feel like there is nothing to worry about. And you will see this as time goes on and time passes. Everything that you're fearing is behind you. There's nothing to fear about where you're headed, where you're going, or what you've got to do. You know, it's taking the ball by the horns as such with that King of Swords and just doing whatever you need to do using that inner knowledge and wisdom. Yes, you could be seeking that inner knowledge and wisdom through others as well. Um, but this is about communicating how you feel more than anything. Cutting cords, cutting ties wherever you need to. I tell you what, it's so hot today. I don't usually moan about the weather. It's like 30 odd degrees here. I am melting and yeah, I'm usually freezing cold. I'm not moaning or whinging, but it is a hot one. Um, Anyhow, distraction is the key, obviously. I had to go, of course, off center there for some reason, for somebody. Um, you need to, yeah, that's all it is. It's about distraction. And I feel like this is going to help get you through something as well. And just because you don't have such good news around you at the moment doesn't mean to say that everything's all going to be doom and gloom around you. That's where I'm saying this is where faith and trust comes in. This is where you will see things for what they really are. And it, in a roundabout way, this is going to help get you through. I also see an energy of stubbornness here as well. But equally, you could have somebody like sitting you down, telling things to you straight. This is how it is. This is how it's going to be, whether you like it or not, kind of feeling. A kind of abrupt talk, but I feel like you need it in some kind of way. You don't need to be coddled anymore or pussyfooted around. It's just like this is about dealing with things directly, and that's kind of where I feel everything's going. For some of you guys, there are cords being cut here, like there are positions that are going to be lost, but I also feel like there is going to be a huge gain that's going to come out of this for you guys in some kind of way as well. So whatever this loss is, okay, whatever doors are closing around you, this ain't go with it. Trust us because we've got your back. You're heading towards something more solid, stable, committed, and it's going to open the doors to abundance on many levels. And this also shows that lessons are going to be learned here as well. We also have the temperance coming through, so don't pour from an empty cup. Maybe you've been overworking, underpaid, something along those lines. Maybe you've just been really, really focusing so hard on a particular person, subject, situation around you, and you just need to call it back to yourself this weekend. That's what I'm just saying, no matter how heavy this may seem or feel around you, you've got to focus on a distraction here to get you from A to B whilst you're going through that bit of a dark tunnel situation. There is an offering coming into you. Okay, it and does have the potential to give you stability or security in some kind of way. I want to say to you, consider it, really consider it. It's going to come out of the blue unexpectedly. Just trust where it's going. It's going to get you out of a situation. And I say that because we've then got the Ten of Cups. So it shows me this is going to help you with your family situation, with your feelings, your emotions, your house, your home. It's kind of going to settle things all around you. So I just want to say to you, look, just be open-minded with what's coming in here and where you're headed, where you are going, because it's going to push you to something bigger, better, brighter. Okay. So again, there could be, if I can get my words out, it's kind of how you feel. Just get it off your chest, out your system, speak, talk about it, get it off your chest. It's here. It's just blocked here. Maybe some of you guys just don't know what to do or how to do it. Or again, this is where a professional may be needed or required in some kind of way to give you that pointer, that sense of direction. So I do see like there is going to be some new contract that is going to be signed there. And like I say, that could be any part of your life. But I do feel this is going to offer you something amazing. I do feel like this is a good offer. So you might just sit there and think about things, but I want to say to you, don't sit there and think for too long because this is going to pass you by if you're not careful. Okay, I'm not saying rush, trust your gut, but don't sit there forever thinking about it. Okay, we have two cards that flew out there. We've got the Queen of Pentacles and we also have the Seven of Wands. So you just might feel a little bit bombarded, too much going on here, there, and everywhere. Like I said, overworked, underpaid. But I kind of feel like you will take the reins and control and you will overcome this obstacle. So if you're feeling pressured in some kind of way and feel like, when you do a task, it's just like never ending as well. It's one thing at a time, one step at a time, one day at a time. That's all I want to say. But equally, ask people to back off around you as well if they're putting the pressures on you in some kind of way. You might just need to put a few good, solid, strong foundations in place there as well. I kind of feel like there's a lot of different things. It's not just one thing that's going on here, but it's certainly causing some form of imbalance around you. But like I say, I do see you being on top of this. I do see you completing something, and that's where I feel like there are big changes that are going to happen around you. Some of you as well are dealing with, that's interesting. Directly underneath the moon card, we have lies, deceit, deception coming through twice there as well. False masks around you, hidden truths, so I get that uncomfortable vibe, that uncomfortable feeling. Something's going down in the background here. Maybe, just maybe you're aware of that and you're unsure of what to do. But for some of you guys, you're crying about this behind the scenes or you're really upset about something. But like I said, I don't want you to be upset or worried or stressed over this because new doors are going to open around you and it's a really good positive thing that's happening here. You might not feel it because you're in that dark space in the dark at the moment. You're not being told the truth about something. But I'm telling you, there's good news that's going to come in here. And, when this offer comes in, and it will do, it's coming sooner rather than later, it's going to turn your life around and things are going to go like 100 miles an hour here. And it is going to be busy. I feel like for whoever this is, there is a top position. It's like you know, if we're talking about work, career side of things, this is like that top position. This is like managerial position. This is like being in charge of other people, being in charge of your business, being in charge of something. Anyhow, if this is to do with relationships, things are taking a step up, a notch up in some kind of way. And you are taking control in a different way and making those changes happen in your life. So again, some doors are going to be shut in certain areas here. New doors are going to open. I feel like you're going to be in a much better position. Number 8 is coming through. Now it can talk about the 8th of a month. It can talk about August. It can talk about 8 weeks time. So keep number 8 in mind. You could also hear news and have conversations around 8 o'clock as well, whether that's morning or evening. And there may even be 8 conversations about this, you know, but 8 is really important, which talks about change and things changing around you because change is needed. But this is where faith is also needed as well with this transition. But I do feel you are going to be on top of this and it's going to settle a lot of different things around you as well. I kind of feel like family's going to be more settled, you're going to be more settled, your house, home, feelings, emotions, everything's going to feel a lot more settled here. And certainly, you know, remember, everything's about a journey here, about a process, okay? And there's no set time as such. The information that I'm giving you now is to reassure you in some way that things are heading in that right direction. Now, I say it's for the weekend. Obviously, you're going to worry, you're going to stress, you're dealing with a lot of things, a lot of pressures at the moment. And that's where I'm saying to you, you've got to keep your vibrations lifted high. You've got to focus on those positives and you've got to focus on what you do have rather than what you don't have or what you're going to lose. Okay, there's always, when you lose something, it opens the door to bring in new. New always brings in growth in some kind of way, learning, growth, opportunities in some way. So I'm telling you that there's news coming in and it's good news. Anyhow, keep in touch with your intuition as well. That's really important. But there will be signing of contracts and it will be for what you asked or prayed for. Honestly, you have. So watch out for the signs from the universe. Okay, you are going to be in a comfortable position and you are going to be very, I wanted to say wealthy there. I'm not going to take it away because, you know, you're opening the doors to abundance by what you're going through. And trust me, the uncomfortable feeling that you're feeling now is because you know, look at me sitting there neatening, tidying everything up. That's what the universe is doing here. They're tidying everything up for you. They're clearing out the old to bring in that new. So it is gonna feel uncomfortable. You know, drop the weight, drop the baggage, face facts, be open, honest, and truthful with yourself. And if you need to speak about something, you speak about it, get it off your chest and out of your system. It's how you process, it's how you come to terms with things. It really is. But yeah, good news. So yeah, we do have the devil and we do have the three of, no, we don't. We have the lovers. I don't know why I thought, okay, I was showing the three of swords. So that shows me there's definitely an element of toxic energies here. Now, for those of you that are in toxic relationships, now it can be close personal to you within the house home environment, but it can also be extended people, people around you, people that you know, people that you work with. It could be toxic here and there could be jealousy that's involved. Other people are definitely involved here as well with what's going on around you. That's where I'm saying there's a lot of false masks around you at the moment. People lying to you. Maybe even possibly bullying here with that Five of Cups. Okay, whatever this is it isn't a nice vibe, a nice feeling. It's toxic as hell. And the universe wants to shift you from this. You know, they really do. Yeah, they're telling you there's another option, another choice coming up. So get ready, pack your bags because you're going somewhere. Now, for some of you, like I say, it could be any part of your life, but there's big movement that's happening there, and you will make the right choice and decision at the end of the day. You're going somewhere brighter, fresher. None of these shenanigans in the background. So you've got to focus on what's important to you. Some of you may physically be packing up house, home, environment. But temperance, you've got to look after yourself in this process as well. So that means eating, drinking correctly, looking after yourself, going to the gym, steering away from all forms of drama, chaos, negativity around you. Just watch from a distance. That's all I'm saying. Watch from a distance. You don't need to get involved. You don't need to kind of sit in that energy. It's not going to do you any favors. You focus on the light, focus on what you're doing, focus on what's important, and that will not affect you. Justice. So yeah, there's that rebalancing that's happening around you, and they're asking you to, again, speak your truth, but you might even see the truth of the situation as well. There could also be some legal battles here somewhere along the line as well, whether it's karmic, whether it's to do with the law in some kind of way. But for you, amazing. It's going to end something big time. It's going to end something and push you in that right direction. I'm telling you, this is happy news, happy results, the right steps, this is taking that leap of faith, going for it, trusting it. Even though it might be chaotic and crazy and wacky, you know, it feels good. It does feel good. Look, I see you taking the steps. I see you taking back the reins, taking back control, being in charge of you, your life, and bringing in that stability, security, in every sense. So that shows me that you're on the right track, on the right path. And again, you're going to be very, very happy with the results here. Now, for those of you that are worrying about your health here as well, worrying does nothing for nobody. Just trust in the process. Again, some of you could be kept in the dark about results, things like that. If we're having tests done, if you're trying to get answers from higher ups in some kind of way, you might need to do a bit of research there, but you will get the answers that you seek, and there will be a good result at the end of that for you as well. So I'm just feeling like, you know, don't feel like you've been abandoned in any kind of way, because you've certainly got the universe looking after you, but there are some new people stepping on your pathway as well. So even if we are talking about health, well-being in some kind of way, you know, if someone's saying no to a certain situation, you're going to be pushed in the right direction for the right person to help you out here with whatever you need. And there will be a good result, and, you know, it'll be more positive than what you're going through at the moment. So again, try not to worry. Easier said than done, I know that, but things are going in the right direction, so just trust. You may hear news around August as well. I believe I mentioned 8. Could be the 8th of August. You never know. You never know. So let's see what these flower cards are saying for you guys. I feel like you need to eat as well. I don't know why, or, you know, if you're not eating, you need to eat the right foods anyway. Look after yourself. For some of you guys, there's a new love coming in, and that could easily be that Ace of Cups there that we're talking about. For others of you, this is a new cycle of self-love. Okay, but it's also about you doing things that you love to do, being in charge of you. Okay, but again, having said that, we have kind of like a commitment card here as well for someone. So, you know, if you're looking for that good, solid, stable, committed relationship, you got to take a leap of faith here and just trust, because yes, there are blessings coming. All right. But all you've got to do is slow down your mind and know and trust and breathe that it is working out perfectly for you. There's a lot of lessons that are being learned here at the moment, and there is definitely too much thinking that is going on. They're asking you to stay grounded, because what comes next, you're not going to quite believe. Okay. So they're asking you to surrender, but equally take steps. And again, like I just said to you, love yourself first, let it go. because there are new beginnings that are bringing in balance to you as well. I can't make it up, I tell you, can't make it up. One after the other. Seriously, trust your intuition. Said it's there, didn't I? Told you. I trust my intuition 100%. Honestly, so should you guys. You know, it helps you in many different ways, even if you don't want to hear what you're feeling, seeing, sensing, whatever. At least it gives you a heads up, and at least, you know, hopefully you won't be disappointed, but with the process. As long as you remember when you're in these dark spaces in time, into the unknown with that blindfold on, the universe shows you exactly what you need to see at the right time. And then it gives you choices and options. And remember, they're never, ever going to be wrong. So if you choose to go left instead of right, you've done that for a reason. Trust it. And even if you feel like it's, you know, gone off course, off center, the universe will pull you back in a different way and give you a choice and option again. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. I'm telling you, don't worry about where you're headed, where you're going, what's happening around you. It will pass. You will get through this. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Amazing things coming for you. Keep that faith. So that's what I've got for you. I hope that helps you. I hope that makes sense. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.